Good day, everybody. I'm Shmee, and I make guides for Path of Exile. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today, I'm back to show you some progress on PTS, my Poisonous Tornado Shot Ranger. She's a Deadeye. I ended up leveling up to, I think it was level 88, using nothing but blighted maps, and it didn't go very well, but I did end up generating quite a lot of currency as I went through that. I'd still have a pretty mediocre bow. I'm looking for something better. I got Tornado Shot, and the good news is since we're scaling Poison, I can use both the Greater Multiple Projectiles and Greater Volley, and I get to cheat my added projectiles, which is really nice for Tornado Shot. I also have Mirage Archer and Faster Attacks. I don't have either of my 6 links yet, and I tried, I just haven't been able to get them linked up, so I'm not really worried about figuring out my gems at the moment. I also have Shrapnel Ballista with Arrow Nova, Focused Ballista, and Withering Touch. It's really good for bosses. And then for Mana Forged Arrows, I have that hooked up to Frenzy with Mark on Hit and Sniper's Mark. So not only does it spread out the Sniper's Mark that you use in this, but it also provides Frenzy charges for me. And then I have a whole bunch of random auras that I'm still trying to figure out, and a couple of supports that I'm going to be leveling up, and I will use as soon as I can get my 6 links. Let's go ahead and just start up a map. Let's do something relatively easy. Let's do something like a tier 14. There we go. Go kill a cow. Do an easy one. Unique bosses are possessed. I don't really want to do possessed cow. Yeah, that'll be fine. Now, one of the things that's really cool about this build, you're hitting with so many projectiles. This will almost entirely manage your mana and your health for you, as long as you have stuff to hit. This is the entirety of the build. I am using iron reflexes, and that's mostly because my internet is absolutely terrible. I had a power outage a couple of days ago, and then I've had some internet problems ever since then. I may have some of that to show you here. But let's just go ahead and see what this build can do. That's not a nice thing to say. You can see there that the life gain on hit's almost entirely sustaining me through these fights. This makes it so easy. So it's a pretty solid build. The clear speed's a little weak, but I'm pretty sure that's just because of my bow. As soon as I can find a better bow, then I'll be able to just instantly kill all the smaller mobs. The funny thing is, the biggest thing this build struggles with is large packs of magic monsters. Come on, there we go. I'm a little unsure in terms of my quiver. I tried a penetrating quiver to make it so that my arrows would get 1 pierce. That actually worked really well to increase the clear speed, but I just don't think it's good as a long-term setup. Okay. I'll show you my flash setup here in a little bit. Because we get the extra projectiles from the support gems, we actually get to use a different Wildwood Ascendancy, the one that makes it so that all of our damage can poison. It allows us to scale poison damage like absolutely crazy. Okay, and then get backed into a corner. No, they're all dead. Okay. Let's let this delirium thing go ahead and finish. So going back through this, what I'd really want to see would be a bow that has at least 2 nice inherent elemental Damage, cold damage, and lightning would be preferable. But other than that, I'll show you the gear in just a second. It's pretty good. He has some pieces that, not great. I need better boots. Mostly the thing that I need to get is sockets, boots, and a quiver. Oh, and a necklace. Yeah, okay, I have a shopping list. I think the flask setup is the coolest thing about this build. It just gives it so much momentum. You have Rot Gut and what's this one called again? Yeah, the Witchfire Brew. So the Witchfire Brew is actually defensive. I mostly want it for the increased evasion rating, which for me gets converted into armor. Yeah, thanks for the roast. Give me something better and I'll do more than one round. Yeah, sure. As you can see here, all I really have to do is just center all the monsters around any kind of melee. That's a good jewel, it's just not good for me. All I have to do is center all the attackers around a rare monster, and then because of Sniper's Mark, it just goes absolutely crazy. I just realized my auto flasks are going to be triggering that. Or are they? No, actually it doesn't look like they are. Yeah, I think that's good. Overall, this build's doing really great. I really want to see what the boss damage is like once it actually has a decent weapon. The big problem that I can see... Did we already do this one? Yeah, of course we did. The big problem that I can see with this build, it is a glass cannon build. And there are some times where you just kind of fall over dead. I've had one of them was in a blighted map where I must have died from an animation that was off screen. Because from my perspective, I just like fell over. You get a pretty good amount of, speaking of blight, you get a pretty good amount, but yeah. Cassie's Pride gets really hilarious because I know for a fact I'm going to win this. It's easy. This is all I have to do. If you get nothing that resists scout towers, you just build scout towers. They will easily DPS down anything. My guess is that I'm just going to sit here, and then you guys are going to see the video buzz forward at 500% speed, and then I'm going to get to looting. So other than that, I think I'm just going to sit back and drink some coffee. Easy. Ooh, I saw a slink boot. One thing I've been doing a whole lot is crafting. So the funny thing for me is I've been looting a lot more normal items than the rare ones. Just a couple of oils there. When I was farming all those blighted maps, that was the big seller for me. So I ended up getting so many oils, even though most of the blighted maps are like tier 10 or 11 on average. I was getting so many oils I could just upgrade them to silvers, and I think silvers were selling for like about 60 chaos a pop, so I've used a whole bunch of those pretty irresponsibly. We'll see how it goes. Not sure where these mana problems are coming from. Something to hit, please. And that one's done. So overall, this build's been killing it. Thankfully, my internet seems to have calmed down. But I have kind of a funny idea for a character. It'd be a different build. It's basically a meme build, but it's something that I would use to get around the crazy internet problems I have. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd want to see. Otherwise, I'll have a full build guide out for this poisonous tornado shot as soon as my internet calms down long enough that I can actually finish the build. Until next time, thank you all for watching, and take care, Exiles.